Hey, everybody. Welcome to Prep Talk Live, episode 20. I can't believe it. We've made it 20
We
episodes.
did it.
Originally, we were like, maybe we're going to get 5.
We
We'll
thought
see
this
what
was one
happens.
and we thought it was one and done.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, let's see if like Cliff is even going to do this again the next week. But sure enough, here we are.
Yeah.
Episode 20. We've made it. I am Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. With me, as always, the Urban Prepper. What's up, Tup? How are you doing? How's your week going?
It's flying by. It's been really busy. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of non-YouTube stuff, but a lot of stuff. Family stuff, work stuff, extracurricular stuff, and the weather's starting to get a little nicer. So working on some gardening stuff too. So all in all, going pretty well.
All in all, going very well. I saw the pictures of the wonderful daddy-daughter dance happening.
Yeah, that was
yeah. You look very in your tactical tuxedo, like no one would have noticed.
I had my EDC on me, so I was prepared for. You never know what happens at a daddy-daughter dance. And actually, there was one of the because we're talking little kids, and so there was one injury from a girl running around, and so there was a collision, and fortunately, the prepper was there with a little first aid and knew what to do on that type of situation. So,
you busted out the Manuka honey.
And, I said, "Hey, I just got just the thing, some Manuka honey for you." So
you're like, "Stand back, everyone, stand back."
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and those are you don't really get those kind of moments back. Like I don't want to be kicking myself 10 years from now, and I don't think I'm ever going to be like, oh man, I wish I did one extra video. Like I'm going to say, I wish I had one more daddy-daughter dance.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to make room for those and do a lot of family stuff while the kids are.
Now, when the secret comes out that the injury was actually because your daughter put them in some sort of a jujitsu hold,
so
broke his finger, and then you escaped in the Hummer on the way out. Like, how is that going to play in the papers?
She's been doing jiu-jitsu training 3 times a week. She's getting good at it. She's things are starting to click. She's a southpaw. She's a lefty, and so sometimes it's confusing on the reversal things. But I think it's a good prep for her to be able to defend herself when the time comes. And I think her main objective is to beat up her older brother. So kid prepper, that's her sole motivation on it. But yeah.
I'm very excited to hear the stories here in a couple of weeks when you just magically wake up from an unexpected nap that you weren't planning on taking in the afternoon, and she just giggles and walks away after putting you to sleep.
Gets me in an arm bar, and I'm like, tap tap tap.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, sure, no allowance this week. You just keep that up, and we'll see how your arm feels at the end of it.
How are things going with you?
Things are going well. We are in the first week of new chicken coop. Nice. And so
I didn't know that you lived in a chicken coop. Could tell me more.
Well, look,
I thought the housing market has been. I thought it was the housing market's rough. I know. So.
It has been crazy. This is just a backdrop that I have inside the chicken coop, and we pull it down.
I didn't know that. It's like I thought the tiny homes was a thing, but now we've moved on due to prices to chicken coops.
Chicken coops. It's somewhere between tiny home and refrigerator box under a bridge. I think that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
So we went from we've had a chicken coop for 3 or 4 years, but like in the first year we got it started to fail. The construction was not stellar. We tried exterior paint with the rain and everything, and then the roof just started to fail, and so we've been patching it because it was a little spendy. I thought it was spendy. In the world of chicken coops, it wasn't that spendy, but I thought it was spendy. And we've been able to kind of mend it through for a couple of seasons, and it has just gotten to the point where now when there's a rainstorm, everything is soaked. Yeah. So we are now we're forgetting the chicken coop and we're going tractor style. And so we got a new coop with wheels that we can wheel around our kind of basically what's left of our backyard, and turned our lawn into a pasture. And that's what's happening. And sure enough, it has rained all week. And so they're about 2 days worth of use on the lawn, and then they have completely ripped that section up. And so we're moving them around. So we're trying to figure out how long to keep them in one spot so that we don't just end up with a mud hole in our backyard. But so that
nice.
That has been our big thing.
That's a big update from last week.
It's a big update. It's it was kind of, we were waiting for the pieces. We've got the pieces over the weekend. We got it put together. We got them in. We weren't sure if they were going to figure it out. I actually went live on TikTok with the moving day thing, And finance Amy Fresh was on. She joined us on the TikTok stream and
Amy Fresh is
said
pretty
hello.
awesome. Yeah,
she's fantastic. I see. Looking at the chat, we've got our usual suspects.
Good.
Have flown in here. James is here, and Chuck is here. Pony Girl is here. Modern Day Prepper is here.
Good.
Hey, we got all Titus Tuttle is here.
Yep.
I don't know what the W stands for, but he will forever be Titus Tuttle to me.
Are you finding that there's more preppers coming onto TikTok? I have a few new accounts that I've and they're doing really well, much better than my TikTok. But I haven't made a video for a while. But
I found a few. There's a lot of I'm not necessarily finding the preppers on TikTok as much. I'm finding more when we talk about the prepper adjacents.
Yep.
I'm finding a little more homesteading.
There's a lot of homesteading.
Yeah. I'm finding a lot of I'd call them like preparedness moms.
Yep.
That are like moms that do they do canning and they do like the food prepping and planning and that sort of thing. I've seen a lot of those show up now.
Yep.
There's kind of a lot of I haven't seen a lot of the pew pews or any of that. There's not a lot of that happening. I'm not seeing a lot of bushcraft sort of stuff yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we still have a niche.
It's still
we still have a niche.
It's uncharted territory.
Exactly. It's us and casual preppers, I think.
Casual preppers doing great on TikTok. They're made for TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If someone on this stream would actually follow through with his template that he made to put our things on TikTok, I think we'd be doing well. But I have to find time to actually upload them now.
Casual preppers have the faces for TikTok. They're good eye candy for the preparedness community.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to make like a best of our conversations about casual preppers from TikTok and put it on TikTok and tag them in it and we could go back and forth with them on that. I think that would be fantastic. So yeah, I'm just looking at comments because I'm like, these headphones are weird. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I'm doing a new headphone thing and it's noise canceling. So I hear myself talking inside my head, but it's very weird. I'm getting used to it. I don't know that I like it. I might switch it back.
Like a DJ. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to look like all the kids on the other podcasts that know what's going on. Someone talking about I'm on TikTok and there you go. 2 likes on your videos.
Nice.
That's fantastic. More importantly, and here's the important question: have you followed the Urban Prepper and Cascadia Dispatch on TikTok?
Yeah.
I mean,
come aboard.
Yeah, exactly.
I need all the friends I could get.
Yeah.
So sometimes videos do well on there. I think the algorithms are a little bit better, or they're more. I don't know. I think they're a little better than YouTube sometimes, especially for a newer channel. So
yeah,
even if you just started a TikTok, you could easily, if you make the right video at the right time with the right hashtags, it could easily get a ton of views. So which is cool. So it's harder to do that on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, you got to time it a little bit more on YouTube. Like my videos were doing kind of and then the I don't know what code word we're using for it now, but that thing that happened in March of 2 years ago happened.
Yeah.
And I had a couple because it started in some of the first cases were in Oregon. We're in Portland, like a mile from our house. And so when I put up the Costco videos and the Whole Foods videos and stuff, those went bananas. And I was like, so this is what it's like to have a channel like this. And then they went away and I stopped. And now I get 12 views. It's great. I get dozens of views.
Maybe people jumped off the preparedness train after they dove into a little.
Yeah, they were like, we're done now. We're fully prepped. We're done. We're on to the next thing.
It's kind of like maybe like New Year's resolutions where everyone starts working out at the gym and then they stop after. Maybe that's kind of the same with prepping. I don't know, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wait, fanny pack was your last one. And I got so discouraged because I was hoping the fanny pack would do better on TikTok, and it was hated. No, I saw some cool comments in there, and I got a couple of fanny packs nearby just in case. But I saw Natasha's new here. Natasha, hey everyone, new to preparedness in the past. Yeah, and the Think
Couple of months.
Preparedness.
Welcome to the party, Natasha.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling Casey that I'm doing back-to-back Zoom. So I'm doing the happy Zoom, and then I'm doing the doom Zoom with the Think Preparedness crew in about an hour from now. So that should be a fun one. So
We're gonna be like that antidepressant that helps lift you up before you go into there, and then just try to find the darkness.
yes, yeah. So I'll change my outfit. I have to I have a nice shirt on. So
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you look happy and smiling. You have to change into dour and
yeah,
yeah.
no,
What's the topic tonight?
I think we're going to be talking. We haven't had a video for a while because it's been hard to get everyone in the same room at the same time, and people have been doing some family stuff and then business stuff, and we have to go through Nate's the legal team and everything, and
Well,
the
of course,
wardrobe and like the
makeup,
management, booking, all makeup, all that stuff. So all that comes into play. So
it's a whole thing. You guys have quite the thing. It's quite the setup. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's welcoming Natasha.
Welcome Natasha.
People from Maine. We love that. Pigs Fly is here.
Yeah, good.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We try. We try to teach people about preparedness. Also, bougie preps. Also, lots of dad jokes. There are some Legos from time to time. At some point, Tup's probably going to have a joke about bodily functions. That'll probably happen at some point.
Yeah, you never know.
We'll learn some things about his relationship with Mrs. Prepper. All kinds of things can happen on this stream.
Yeah, Mrs. Prepper has a busy schedule during because I have 2 streams going on, and she's like running all over the town for different track meets and jujitsu and some other like private lessons and stuff.
She's like you and your prepper
friends. And I get to sit here and talk prepping. So Jonathan's asking, any new tools? Is that a segue to?
Is that? I think it is.
That's a segue.
That's a segue into show and tell time.
Yeah, perfect, Jonathan. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Well done.
Well played.
You know what? He's keeping us on track and on
he's
time.
Like these guys are rambling again. Let me get it back on track.
Yeah, exactly. Back on
track.
Time
it's the preps for me.
It's the preps for me. All right, it's time for adult prepper show and tell. Tup, do you want to lead us off, or do you want me to jump in? You pick.
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah, so I was thinking about what I wanted to share today. Normally, I try to figure out something that's right around my desk that's within arm's reach, but I was thinking about some of the stuff that have come in handy over the past few months. We've had some fair amount of windstorms locally with branches falling on power lines and things like that, or my in-laws had some branches that fell on in their doorway. And anyway, so there's different natural disasters, I think, that happen. And normally for preppers, we carry what we call our multi-tool. So we have like a Leatherman juice. I've been using Leatherman juice for a while now, probably like 15 years. But having a multi-tool is like good for an urban environment, I think. But I think the prep that I'm going to recommend that everyone get, whether they have a house or whether they need it or not, is the multi-tool of preppers for grid down situations, and that is a chainsaw. And I'm gonna go electric chainsaw. This is the Ego one, and it's been awesome. It's been saving the day in a lot of emergency situations lately. But if you're ever in if there's I think it's a great multi-tool for preppers. And it's probably cost the same as what this multi-tool costs now that I think about it.
Tell me again. I was looking for something around my desk within arm's reach. Yeah. Oh wait. Electric chainsaw.
Yeah. So this one is the one by
desk
Ego.
Do you have?
Yeah, and it is. There we go. It's been saving the day for a few different windstorm emergencies in the neighborhood, and then with the in-laws. And what I like about it is that it uses the same battery cell. You could interchange it with the other Ego brand ones. I think all of the electric ones do the same, but with the Ego brand, you have this cell. This is one of the smaller ones. This is the 2.5 amp hour one, but you could get larger ones for your motorcycle. Anyway, with Ego brand, you could also get a generator, and you could put all of your battery cells in this generator, basically where it combines them all, kind of like Devastator from Transformers, where they combine to make a super battery. So what fellas, and for the ladies too, if you want to start building up your outdoor gardening lawn stuff, okay, you could get the Ego lawnmower, get the Ego chainsaw, and get the Ego weed whacker, and get the Ego edger, and all sorts of things. And with each one of those, you're going to get a battery with it. Then once you're ready, go get the Ego. It's kind of like it combines all the batteries together. So in a power outage, when you're planning on probably not mowing the lawn, you can take all your batteries and use those then for keeping things charged within the home during an emergency situation. So
this is fantastic.
Yeah, so I do have a chainsaw in my office. It works really good all the time, and it's the multi-tool of preppers in off-grid situations. So
this 3 minutes, I think, is the most tough 3 minutes that's ever happened.
Okay.
You know, I was in between meetings. I have a multi-tool. I have a chainsaw next to my desk, and by the way, the batteries combine to form Optimus Prime.
Devastator is from the Decepticons.
Well, true. I mean, it is.
Or if you want to go like Thundercats or Voltron, whatever you want, they all kind of combine. Even Captain Planet, I think, has a combination. But yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, multi-tool for urban situations, chainsaw for off-grid SHTF situations, and if zombies come, you could always use it for that too. So
that is fantastic.
I'm gonna put this under my desk where it's.
Well, yeah. I mean, put it in the top drawer next to everything else you have. Chainsaw is one of those things. I've had it on my list for a while, and I got all of our stuff is DeWalt. We have a lot of DeWalt batteries and stuff. So DeWalt makes an electric chainsaw. So we got that one. But I think it's one of those things, as long as you get a good brand of power tool, there's a lot of advantage in just getting all of your things with the same battery.
Get the same battery, and then look to see if the DeWalt one has like some kind of generator that combines the batteries.
Yeah, I don't know that they have that.
Yeah, we got to think big. So like in software engineering, we'd be taught, okay, these are individual components. The chainsaw is a component, the lawnmower's a component. During an emergency situation, you're probably not going to be weed whacking or edging your lawn, but you could be using it. And then
you might. You never know.
You might.
Who would expect that?
Integrate all these components into a single system. That's Devastator. That's Thundercats. That's Voltron. That's the whole 9 yards.
That's fantastic. I'm staring at my Voltron right now, and it's the so you have a chainsaw next to your desk. I have the original 80s,
oh my gosh,
original Voltron.
Is that original?
That is original. It's missing one of the little fins that my mom couldn't find.
That costs more than my chainsaw, I'm sure. Now,
it is possible. It is possible. It's even like it's got all the wear marks because I did not like. I mean, I played with it, but I got Lego made a Voltron, and so I have the Lego Voltron that actually forms the lions, and then you can form it into Voltron. It does the whole thing. Yep. And so my mom found this at our house and was like, "You should have this next to the Lego Voltron." So
yeah, I wish I had some of my old toys. I've had to rebuy some of them. So
yeah, you should.
Was that your show and tell item? Was the full Voltron?
Yeah, exactly. I also have the Transformer that turns into Wolverine, which is fantastic. I love that. Yeah, just fun. I have different stuff around my desk than you do. So my show and tell, I had 2 show and tells. Because the conversation we were going to have today was around like plane trips and that sort of stuff. So my 2 were kind of around that. Okay. Do you have 2? Should I alternate, or
I went big with the chainsaw because that's kind of a mic drop. Don't bring it on the airplane. Don't bring chainsaws on airplane.
Yeah, don't bring the airplane. Don't do that. So the first one I've got, and a lot of people may already have these, but these were amazing when we got them, and now we have them all over the place. Are the packing cubes?
Yeah,
that you can get all different sizes.
Those are
these are e-bags. Yep. These are the ones my wife got. I also got some Maxpedition ones because Maxpedition every few months, if you get on their mailing list, they do a buy one get one free on all their legacy stuff, and they consider their packing cubes in that legacy brand. So all of the pouches and things that we love, they go on buy one get one free, and then the packing cubes also go on buy one get one free. So but what I love about them is we use them when we're going camping. We use them when we're going on the planes. But we'll put an outfit for everybody in each, and then you can put that cube in your like bug out bag or your go bag, and it can kind of hang out there when you don't need it. And then when we go on the planes, and this is a sneak peek at the tips we're going to talk about in a minute. but we put the extra outfit in our carry-on. So even if we check a bag, if we're going away for like a week, and so we check a bag, we'll still put a full outfit in our carry-ons, and the packing cubes help to make that a reasonable thing. So
yeah, I think those the packing cubes are awesome. Those are I use the e-bags ones too, because they come in more colors, so you can follow the color prepping for it. And I was just I have a whole bunch of them, so I've been using them for different kits in the car, and then for anytime anyone needs a back, like my father-in-law had to go do a little surgery at the hospital, and so I made him he took the
as
hospital
opposed to doing surgery in the woods.
Yeah, instead of doing it in the chicken coop or wherever.
Exactly. Okay.
With
All right. I
There was
wasn't
no
sure
chainsaw
where
for the
that
surgery.
operation's done. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I really like those e-bag ones. They're really good. They're affordable. They're not they're probably not the best material, I guess, but they've been durable enough for me. So they're not as going to be as strong as Expedition, but they're going to be at the same quality as like the Eagle Creek, which also makes good ones. So.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're going on vacation, likely you're not going to be like throwing them around like tactical pouches or anything like that. I mean, in theory, you're going on a leisurely trip. There's not a whole lot of rubbing and action that those e-bags are going to see necessarily. But so that was the first one. And then the second one,
it's a double header. Okay.
It's a double header from my Maxpedition pouch with my color-coded little Velcro zip tie things. So one of the things is we're always like charging things and trying to find stuff. So this is one of the this is an Anchor, different brands, but USB charging hub. So they make them obviously with data, so you could plug in your computer, but this one you just plug into the wall and then you have access to multiple. So with the kids and all their tablets and phones and everything else, usually when you're at a hotel or something, maybe there's one USB plug or something, or you're bringing a ton of the little tiny adapters like that Apple has and everything, the little white plugs or whatever. So this just gives you one thing to plug in. It's got just a cord that you plug in the back. It goes in a standard outlet. And then you can charge everything all at once. And you can even do, this one has like high speed charging on it.
Yeah.
So you can charge stuff really fast. You can recharge all of your bricks. So, we're going to Disney here in a couple of weeks or so. We'll be able to have the charging bricks at the park and then bring them home, charge them overnight. It's super easy. So that's my other one. Trying to stay on theme.
Yeah.
But
And I think those are great. And I think that, that just for those of you that are trying to, find different options, different cheaper, just get the Anchor ones. That's the one to get. So I've tried all of them. There's some generic ones, there's some cheaper ones. Just go with the Anchor. You're going to be happy with it, and they'll.
And Anchor has an extension off of Costco too. I don't know if anybody knows this. It's one of those little secret Costco things.
Yeah.
But they have an expanded. Costco calls it their expanded assortment. And so if you go on Costco.com and search for Anchor, you'll see like a couple of things, and then there'll be a link that says go to, I think it's next or expanded assortment or something like that. And you actually go to like a little micro Anchor website where there are a bunch of other things. There's charging bricks and charging stands and cords and all kinds of stuff. And you can order it all through Costco. Sometimes Amazon has a better sale on them than the Costco thing.
Yeah.
But you also have the returnability then at Costco. So
yeah, we use Anchor for all of our wall outlet ones, like similar to what you have there, for USB hubs, for the cables, for power banks, for all of them. If you need those kind of small USB related power capabilities and charging and stuff, like just get with the Anchor. Don't go with the other ones. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Anchor's one of those brands. I think it must have started on Amazon. Because I always got the feeling that it like started on Amazon and then it's just become a thing. It's one of those like started on Amazon brands that then has just like exploded and become its own thing. But I don't know. That's the first place I saw it. I didn't see it anywhere until I saw it on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it locally. It's always been an online thing. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, hidden Costco links. You know what? Come for the prep, stay for the hidden Costco links. That's what we do. That's what happens. All right. So should we talk about our topic of the day?
Sure. Summer travel and air travel.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for reading the title of the video.
I do what I can.
You all think that this is just an act and that we really do practice this. We do not. I texted Cliff at like somewhere between 5 a.m. and noon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. And Cliff, depending on his meeting schedule, may or may not message me back.
Yeah.
And then we show up and we do it. And that's what happens.
Yeah, yes. Like I wake up in the morning, like it's probably 6:30 or so, to get the kids breakfast, get them dressed, get all their stuff, take them to school, grab a quick coffee, start showing up to meetings between 8:30 and 9, meetings all day long, and then boom, Prep Talk Live. So
exactly, Prep Talk Live. Way less planning than
so we don't have a rehearsal that we do on this. So.
We barely have a hello. We have a hey, how you doing?
We barely say hi to each other. We're kind of
Our entire friendship just exists in the 38 to 45 minutes that we do on this every week. That's what happens. So as we are heading into summer, it's kind of this weird springtime, but there's a lot of people talking about summer plans. A lot of people are going to be flying and things. We were looking at our travel schedule, and we are going to be traveling a whole lot in the next 6 months. So we started thinking about planes. We haven't been on planes in a very long time. But in general, things to think about when we're traveling on planes. Summer travel, we talk about vehicle preps a lot. But I think a lot of times when you go on a plane, people don't really think about any sort of preparedness thing because you're going on the plane. There are obviously certain things you cannot bring on a plane that you might normally have in a vehicle or something like that. So I figured we talk a couple of tips each of just things that you think about when you're going on planes and flying places like that, family or otherwise.
Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to start with? You want to talk planes, or and not cover the road trip stuff? Okay, cool. Let's see. I used to do a lot more flying. I haven't flown since stuff that happened in 2020, but before that, I was flying down to California monthly to the Bay Area. Over the years, I started prepping less and less, and not prepping less and less, but condensing the prep, so I didn't have so much stuff with me. One of the things that let me see if I can get this really quick.
I just want to take the clip of you saying I prep less and less, and then I'm just gonna.
I misspoke. How I said that.
Exposed.
Yeah,
he preps less and less.
This is the bag that I bring with me for trips. It's a VanQuest one. Oh, spacing on the name of it. I did a video. I'll find it out as we're talking.
But everyone go to YouTube and give him like 4 or 5 million more views. He could use it.
Yeah. So this one has replaced my carry-on bag. I used to have a carry-on bag. Now I do this with the laptop bag, and it's based. And I have everything organized in here when I do go on a flight. It serves kind of like a carry-on bag, but it has those cool VanQuest features that I really like. For EDC, I've been carrying less for my EDC because I have been stopped before with like a multi-tool, even if it doesn't have like a knife on it or something. If it's just pliers, they stop it, and I'm worried. And nowadays they're so expensive for all these things that it's the sky cap. Thank you, Titus. Yeah, the sky cap.
Yeah, Titus cuddled to the rescue.
Yeah, thank you. I have so many VanQuest backpacks, I forget sometimes their names. So what I do is I go just basic. Sometimes I don't even have a flashlight in there. But one of the things I like carrying on planes is more, and I think now with everything that's happened in 2020 and beyond, as far as like the respiratory type stuff, I'm thinking about if there's smoke and those kind of things. I carry. I don't have it within arm's reach right now, but a smoke mask basically that I carry in my bag. To help give me a little bit of extra air in there. I don't carry a gas mask like the mirror safety ones.
I was going to say, are you bringing your mirror with you? Like,
no.
You carry on and then the gigantic.
Well, I talked to Roman, who's he owns mirror safety, and he gets stopped on there. He can't, like, during the height of everything, he couldn't even wear like his military grade gas mask because it had a valve in it, and so he basically taped paper towel on the gas mask, and then they let it in basically. But yeah, no, I don't mess with that. I have if I do have a flashlight, I'll have an inexpensive headlamp that if they stole it, I wouldn't be or not stole it, but if TSA took it for whatever reason, that would be there.
Yes, we really enjoyed seeing you. That knock on the door will be some people to talk to you right now.
Yeah, for me, I like going in and out with minimal stuff. I think having those kind of bags, like the e-bags that you talked about, and have modules, because you have to move everything into a bin usually, it makes things easier for that. So just if you have stuff like having in one of those e-bags, they have smaller versions of it, you could easily put those into the bins that you quickly go through the security checkpoint line. But I go super basic, super lightweight, and less of like the tactical stuff that most preppers would have, and more with like conveniences, hygiene stuff, having the dude wipes, having the wet ones, and then a big good set of electronics and things.
So the last time we went on a big family trip, we had gotten I took the, what are they called, 511. We had the Rush 72. And so I used that as carry on, but also we were going to Disney World, and so having all the stuff in the park, and I like the way that it fits, and it, like, you can carry it with the harnesses and all the things, and so that's really great. I have since kind of thought about the tactical, like if you're in Disney World and you've got like a tactical black backpack on, like that looks a little out of place. So going more on like a gray man sort of Costco style, like an REI version, something that's just a little more like camping backpack versus like molly webbing and all of the things. But I think for us, when we've had like luggage that's missed or something, the point about having an extra outfit for everybody in our carry-on, as well as, you've got most of your stuff in the check bag, but we keep everything in there in case the check bag gets lost. Having a little extra cash in case something gets lost and you just got to go buy something real fast. I always keep extra waters. And the Rush bags are great because they have the side water compartments and all that sort of stuff. But carrying that, extra snacks, in case there's a delay. We are hopefully, knock on wood, or knock on something, worried about the pilot situation, and okay, is the plane actually going to take off when it's supposed to and land when it's supposed to? But hearing about people that are getting stranded at airports for 12 hours or overnight or something, making sure that you've got some snacks, especially if you're traveling with kids and stuff, to make sure that you've got that covered, I think is important. We also, used to not worry about masks at all. Like, mask in general was just not a thing that was a concern. And to your point about the smoke masks and stuff, I think we're going to bring them with us this time. Also, just because how many times do you just get off of a plane and you get like a cold like the next day? So that's the thing I think we're going to take a look at as well.
Yeah, it's I haven't flown since early 2020, so if I were to fly again, it would probably be I'd probably have to reevaluate my airport. I have a few videos like of airport EDC stuff, but I think it's changed over the years, and again, it's getting more and more optimized. I would say less of the stereotypical prepper type stuff and more of like items of convenience with some emergency stuff.
No fire starters. No.
I don't bring the fire starter. I don't bring a multi-tool. Don't bring a knife. I don't even bring a flashlight most of the time, unless it's like something that I don't really care if it gets taken. But I will bring various electronics, entertainment, morale stuff, things to help buy the time. Wrapped food, like snacks type things that if you get stuck for a little bit. I think the water bottle is a good call out. I think I have a hard time sleeping on planes, but if you want to sleep, you could. There's some some people use a night mask or those little that neck things and stuff. But
I tell my wife, she has trouble sleeping. I'm like, it's just practice. Like, I can fall asleep on a plane, I can fall asleep on the floor, I can fall asleep wherever. It's just practice. If you want it bad enough, you make it happen.
Yeah, I might be going on a plane on a flight to my wife's doing a road trip over to Mount Rushmore with a biker gang.
Wait a minute, hold on. Tell us more. Tell us more. Your wife and the biker gang.
Yeah, well, it's my father-in-law is a retired police detective, like homicide detective, and it was a motorcycle cop, and so all these they have this group called the Blue Knights, which is basically a biker gang for retired cops or active cops, and so they're going on this big bike trip over to Mount Rushmore and some other places. My wife hasn't been there, and so she's taking my son on a road trip to go over to Mount Rushmore. But she wants me to come, but I got work to do, and so I'll probably be. But I think she wants me to fly out there for at least a couple of the days. And if I'm over in those neck of the woods, I'd love to see Magic Prepper because I think he's in that area. So. Magic Prepper, if you're watching this
around there,
that's he's probably like 14 miles away from 14-mile drive. I have no idea where Magic Prepper is, but I know he's somewhere in the Dakotas. But long story short, if I do take a flight, I will. I'll document the airport EDC for that one.
Okay. So I was thinking about doing a similar thing, especially because we're going to Las Vegas. Then we're going to Florida, and then we got these kind of road trips and camping trips and everything. So I was thinking, as I do them, there will probably be some evolution. So I might do a couple of videos this summer of like, here's the first pass at plane preps, and then here's the next, what we learned from the last time from the airports and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've done some where it's like a multi-tool. I think there's one made by Leatherman that's TSA approved, and I'm like, well, we'll see about that. So I filmed some to see if it actually made it through the TSA check and everything, and it did. But then I started feeling like uncomfortable, like filming YouTube videos at TSA and stuff. I don't want to, what's up on the news? Like a local prepper, urban prepper gets arrested for filming TSA security protocols or stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's about time.
Yeah,
it's about time that the urban prepper was arrested and brought up on charges of having a headlamp and a prepper bulge.
Yeah, and then they'll probably show a clip of me with a chainsaw on a live stream, and he's extreme prepper with a chainsaw.
Seattle man exposes prepper bulge on Delta flight. Plane rerouted.
Yeah, it's when you put yourself publicly out there, like you can easily like put together a good story about either one of us, I bet, and just smear.
Oh yeah,
Mrs. Mr. Tup, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
my father-in-law did want me to create some kind of motorcycle EDC, basically, but I'm not a bike. I don't ride a motorcycle. I don't like them that much, but but because I did the bicycle EDC, I thought I could leverage some of those concepts to a motorcycle for the saddlebag. So he's been asking me for years to make a saddlebag, like modularized saddlebag prepper kit. But it's hard to do because it wouldn't be for me, it'd be for someone else, and I would never use it.
It seems like an excuse that you need to buy a motorcycle. That's what I'm hearing.
That's
what happens at our house is when people say things like that, or when my wife says something, I'm like, oh, so what I hear you saying is we need to buy a motorcycle.
Yeah, they seem too risky for me. I like not that I'm worried about myself, but the other there's bad drivers, and it's just a matter of time, I think, before something bad happens. And he's a accident reconstructionist now, so he does accident reconstructions for motorcycle fatalities and stuff. So I get to hear all about all this kind of thing. So I'm like, no, motorcycles aren't for me. So
okay,
I brought it down.
No, because I'm gonna bring it back up here for a second.
Bring it up.
Okay, and this is your father-in-law, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you were dating soon to be Mrs. Tupp, and you would go over there, did he have accident scenes, drawings with future dates that he would just put on the table for you and be like, oh, you're going to a movie, isn't that lovely?
No, he did it. He was always really cool with me because we didn't like each other initially, and then we did kind of like each other as friends for a while, for many years. And so, but I never got the scary dad thing. But I do have a funny story on that. If you want,
just got the general disgust of
no. I think he was
want to spend time with my daughter.
Yeah, he's always supportive of it. And then when it came time for engagement time, that was the big thing. It was not proposing to my wife, it was proposing to my father-in-law. That was because I wanted to ask for. I'm old school, so I asked for permission first, and did that, and he loved that, and so I think that's the way to do it.
And he said yes, and you two have been very.
He said yes. Yeah, I asked. I had the ring. I'm like, will you be my father-in-law? And that was basically how that went. So, and he still appreciates that to this day. But funny story for scary dad. Now that I'm a father of a young child that we do it on Daddy Daughter, I need to start planning out my scare off the 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 dates and stuff like that. So I was dating this girl, and we were going to a movie, and my mom was driving us, so we were pretty young. I wasn't even old enough to drive. Anyway, so
I was gonna say, is this last Thursday?
yeah,
You
no,
guys were having a little date night,
like junior high, like ninth grade or something like that, 10th grade.
trying to
Anyway,
save on gas.
yeah, so my mom, we went to go pick her up. We're going to go to a movie, and I knock on the door. Hey, is so and so there? And then the mom answered, "Oh no, she's still getting ready, but her dad wants to speak to you." And so I'm like, "Oh, okay." So so I go walk into the house. I walk into the family room, and her dad is there, and he's in tidy whities, and that's it. And he's there cleaning his guns or cleaning guns on the couch and on TV dinner trays. He had all these TV dinner trays
Wow.
on the couch, and he's like disassembling them. And he's like, "Hey, Cliff, sit over here." And he like called me over, had me sit on this chair, and he's all cleaning his things. He's like, "Where are you going tonight?" And I go, "Well, we're going to a movie." And he's, "What time are you coming back?" And I go, "We're coming back at 10 o'clock." And he goes, "Well, okay." And that's all he said to me. And but he had you can imagine like just tidy whities. Like he might have had like I don't want to say wife beater, but that's the t-shirt, the tank top. He might have
He had a white tank top on.
a white tank top.
Yeah, he had a white tank top on.
And then and it was so intimidating, so scary that I was for months we dated and like didn't want to kiss or anything like that because I was scared that the thought of, yeah, I thought I was going to get killed by this guy. And and she eventually broke up with me and because I was so
Because you were too afraid. Just too many high fives. She's like, really? That's what we got? It's high fives now? Come on.
I was terrified, and so it just didn't work out. And now I know as a fellow dad that was a planned out, scouted out move.
Oh,
he
yeah.
did. He planned that out years in advance, and then waited for the perfect opportunity to do it. So, and then,
Yeah.
the ironic thing is now my wife is really good friends with that girl years later, like 20 something years later. And so now we go hang out sometimes, and I see the dad over there. So on occasion.
And you can only imagine him in his t-shirt and
yeah, that's all I can think about
whities.
is the tidy whities and the
Yeah,
firearms on TV dinner trays. So
do you ever like because now you know that was totally planned out and all of that thing. You go out and you see the dad, like you're at a restaurant or something. You ever like talk really loudly and be like, "Hey, Jim. Hey, remember that time?"
No, it's kind of like
I was
unspoken.
a young boy and you took your pants off and cleaned your guns. Do you remember that time? That was a hell of a time.
Yeah,
Jim.
we don't really talk. I mean, it's just kind of like we don't really talk about it. It doesn't never comes up.
That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, anyway, I don't know why I
contact.
was sharing that story. But anyway, as a dad now, and someday I'm gonna have to do something like that. I'm gonna need to have a good prepper, like scary thing to scare people away. So I'm up for having suggestions from the preparedness community on what I could do to scare.
Just invite him on the Doom Zoom.
Divide him on the Doom Zoom, or bring the chainsaw out, or I don't know.
Hey, Skippy. So if you were dropped in a forest and the world was coming to an end, what's your plan?
Yeah,
Sir,
I know.
Going to go see Mulan at the Cinemark. That's what
I know that some hunter dads have like people that are into hunting and like processing deers have done that to scare people away. So
exactly. Like, I'm just gonna check your credit real fast. Can we do that? And we have a group of friends that we've had for years since we had little babies, and it was kind of a mom's club thing, and then we've all grown up. And so the first child, the oldest child happens to be a girl, was going out on a date, and we've heard the behind the scenes gossip, and then she went out on the first date, and so we had dinner the other night and we were hearing about the whole thing, and I was like, we have officially entered that stage. It is only a matter of time now, because now they will all fall in line over the next few years. But in the meantime, we got to harass the parents about what was going on and that whole thing. And they happen to be quasi high school sweethearts. They were kind of in high school at the same time, and then in college, and then relationship and everything else. So we obviously taken it to the extreme of the fact that obviously this is the one, and which toasters and KitchenAid mixers should we put on the registry?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe when my daughter starts dating, I'll invite Nate over a Canadian prepper and have him do all American prepper to scare the
Oh,
scare
of
scare the
course.
people. Or
Of course.
Bear Independent, I think, would be pretty intimidating too.
I think
There's some
City
other,
Prepper just with the calm nature that he has. So
yeah.
so have you contemplated the currency collapse that's happening?
Yeah.
Like the guy that you'd be like, no, but now I need to. I'm not gonna be able to go to
this
the
is a weird
movies.
family. Yeah.
Exactly. How are you going to be paying for that? Oh, you're going to use a credit card so you can be traced by the government,
Yeah, no.
not using silver coins.
Yeah.
There you go. Offer him, hey, would you like a whiskey or a silver coin, and see what happens if he picks it out from our conversation last week.
Yeah, one of my kids, they lost their tooth, and the tooth fairy had to come, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to figure out, do I give silver or do I give fiat currency? Like, so because I was debating, I'm like, well, it'd be pretty cool to get like a silver eagle, like a American eagle, and but I'm like, no, I just gave the cash instead. So but
That's an amazing tooth fairy. If the tooth fairy is giving away silver eagle,
yeah, would that be? I thought that'd be a great one, but
it's a fantastic idea. Like our tooth fairy only brings like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
Like silver eagle's like 35 or $40 right now.
Yeah, that's well, I thought about it. I didn't do it, but I thought about it. So that's too much for a tooth. Like, but I want to encourage, hey, start building up on your silver. If you're
exactly. Pull your teeth out and you get silver coins, and that's how
Can you imagine if I don't know how many teeth you have, but if you got a silver eagle for every one of them and kept them, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you have 30, somewhere between 30 and 40 teeth. If anyone in the chat knows exactly, I think it's somewhere. So yeah, so you're talking like, what is that? 1,200?
Probably a roll, right?
1,600, something rolls? Like that.
Yeah,
yeah. That'd be a great
inflation for the tooth fairy.
Yeah, exactly. The tooth fairy is working 2 remote jobs right now.
Yeah, the gas is up. Tooth fairy prices are up.
Exactly.
Yeah, adults have 32 by modern day prepper. Have you seen the? Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but have you seen the X-rays of like the little kids, like their teeth, like because they have all their teeth when they're born?
Yeah.
It looks like a alien or something. It's really creepy looking. It's like because they have like 60 something teeth all like in there, and it's
no, that's terrifying. Also,
my kids,
sharks, same thing.
Yeah, like sharks. Yeah. And my kids, because one of my son, he has a tooth that hasn't dropped yet, but we got an X-ray, and you could just see all these teeth, and it's like it's a monster.
I think what you do is when the guy comes over for the date, you just have the X-rays of your daughter's mouth with the shark teeth, and just be like, "Hey, here you go."
Yeah, that's super scary.
Yeah, this is what we do. We clean guns in our underwear, and we look at X-rays of our children's teeth.
Now, if you did like junk silver, I guess for the tooth fairy, that'd be a better rate, but I'd be worried that it would get mixed up with the normal, like if you gave a silver quarter, that it get mixed up with the regular quarter. But
I also feel like if you're doing junk silver, you're way overthinking it.
Yeah,
it's like I feel like if you're in the silver camp, just get the silver eagle and call it a day.
Yeah.
Don't worry about we need to get junk silver, and then you're gonna have to. First off, it's gonna be dirty. So the tooth fairy is not going to put that under the pillow. That's going to make a whole mess of everything.
It'd be pretty cool to have maybe I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud here, but like,
okay, that's what our whole live stream is about.
Yeah.
If you thinking out loud,
like if you have a kid that they haven't lost their teeth, you could start that tradition of having, it's like part of their savings is to give them like a silver eagle every time they lose a teeth, and maybe they could put it on a wall, like for all their teeth that they lost at the end, and it'd be worth something. So
that is intriguing.
And they've encouraged them, once they see the value of it and see it go up, maybe it'll encourage them to get into silver, stockings, silver stacking. So,
you know what? I like all of those ideas. You know this about me. I mean, we're talking about money and investing and all that sort of thing. You have caught my attention, sir. Yeah. I'm thinking about that because that would be. I mean, the price of silver doesn't go up and down a ton. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but yeah, I mean, you're talking like a $600 or $800 investment.
Yeah, over their lifetime for all their teeth.
Exactly. And if you dollar cost average into that, because you don't need all of 32 with coins at the beginning. So, you dollar cost average into that, it's probably not awful.
Yeah, so if, I was just doing the math. So for
Mhm.
$35 silver, I don't know how much they are right now, but
Yep.
I'll say 35 bucks. 32 adult teeth is what someone said in the chat room. A modern day
Yep.
prepper. That's
Yep.
$1,120 that they, that over the
Oh
life
yeah.
and just go up. So
Yeah. That's fantastic.
yeah, got to get these
Um,
values, start getting the values from an early age. Huh?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now
I was
gold would
looking
be
at the
too expensive. We're not at that level. We're not
Yeah,
at
no, 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 no,
that's
no,
like
no. Also the
that's city prepping stuff.
that
That's
is yeah,
Canadian
that's
prepper stuff. That's how
Canadian
they roll.
prepper. They have way more.
Yeah.
That's also where you get into the things like you could do that. You just do it in small amounts, but like the premium you would put on that is so high like it would feel like a waste.
And there'd probably be some like scheming going on where they're taking their friend's teeth and putting it. I lost another tooth.
Timmy, that's the 74th tooth that the tooth fairy has had. We've spent more on your teeth than college at this point. But
Yeah, modern day prepper. That was good. Just imagine propositioning this to a child. I'll give you $1,120 worth of silver for all of your baby teeth. Deal. It's doable.
and it's like the problem is that some kid would do that and just take all of his teeth out to get the silver right then, not understanding that this is an overtime proposition.
Yeah.
So then you'd have like baby dentures.
I might look at starting that with my daughter then, because my son's the one that lost that tooth. So she hasn't lost any yet. So she's uh
Oh,
yeah.
well, then you're gonna have to just give your son like just a stack of silver eagles to make
Yeah,
up
he
for
got
it. You're
ripped.
like, hey,
Yeah, well, I want to
tooth fairy
encourage
was a
them to
little,
be. They're future preppers. Their
yep,
aliases are prepper names. They got Kid Prepper and Little
yep,
Miss Prepper. So
of course.
they need to get into silver. And I'm not going to give them Bitcoin or something like for Tooth Fairy. Like, like there's like the
I don't
Tooth
know.
Fairy, like
Bitcoin
the
is too,
hardware wallet for the Tooth Fairy. Like,
yeah, exactly. Just Cardano. It's a much more
yeah,
reasonably priced coin. They'll appreciate it just the same.
yeah,
That's an interesting idea. See, I would also take that like okay, like stock slices or savings bonds or things like that too. But
yeah.
again, there's a little bit of the fiat currency versus the hard asset piece in there that you'd have to
Yeah,
think about.
and I think if it's like silver, it might be special. They'll probably be more likely to hang on to it than like if you give in fiat or cash
Yeah,
that
exactly.
they're going to spend it on Fortnite bucks or something like that. But maybe someday they'll always remember that silver, that $1,120 of silver that they got. So
Exactly. Exactly. That's a fantastic
I've been trying
idea.
to figure out
Okay.
like what to do, like also with like birthday and Christmas, like
Hmm.
if you give them like to help encourage them to get into saving precious metals and stuff. So I don't know.
Oh, very interesting idea.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should make that a topic, like prepping birthday gifts for kids.
Yeah, that's a great topic, actually. I love it.
Okay, you know what? That's going to be next week.
Is that
Next week, everyone, put it on. You know what? I'm going to announce it early. Prepping gifts for kids. I
now
think that's.
next week? Let's see. Is it
Oh,
my
look,
wife's-
now he's going to be busy. Now
is
he's
that
going to
May?
be
Is that
busy.
May the 4th? Is that May the
It
4th?
is. It is. May the 4th be with you.
It's my
No,
wife.
it's May the 3rd.
It's my wife's birthday. Is it?
No,
Wait,
it's May the 4th. It is May the 4th.
okay,
Be with
I'll
you.
get in big trouble if I do this. If I
Yeah,
do a
yeah, yeah.
live
We're
stream.
not going to do that.
I'm going to be taking her to a fancy restaurant next Wednesday, so maybe we could do it like on a Thursday special
You can't
edition.
just
Thursday.
you can't just live stream from the restaurant. Like they
I
don't have
can, but
Wi-Fi at the bar.
I can, but I might have to sleep on your house for a couple days afterwards. So
Hey, we got room
on
in the
the
coop.
sleep on your couch or in the chicken coop.
We'll make room on the chicken coop for you. It'll be fine. No, all right. We'll pick a different day, whether it's
I mean, we'll
maybe
figure it out.
Friday or something. Yeah.
I'll have my people talk to your people, and we'll get
Exactly. You know what? Have the casting group for the Doom Zoom. Have they'll organize it.
maybe a
and
special
put 'em
Cinco de Mayo live stream.
Ooh, prepping with tacos. I like that idea.
We'll drink some Corona just for.
All right. All right. I think that's a fantastic plan. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I said that we would try to get off here about 6:15, and we're only 10 minutes past that, so
I think we
we're
did
right
pretty
on
good.
schedule.
Well, I was rambling about all sorts of random topics
All right.
that's
It's
yet to be
gonna,
covered in the preparedness community, like
they're going to
tooth
make
fairy.
fantastic TikToks. I
Yeah,
think
the tooth fairy
awesome.
exchange rate for silver bullion for your kid. Yeah,
Exactly. All right.
We're on uncharted territory right now. So
Yeah, exactly. Go get ready to get sad. Put on
not
some
one poop joke has been said during this live stream. Just so everyone knows,
it's an absolute downer.
Yeah.
It's a disappointment and a shame.
Well, I'm getting ready for the doom zoom. So let's
yeah, exactly. Get in your serious. They don't live stream the Doom Zoom, do they?
Yeah,
They do it as like a podcast and then edit it, right?
Well, yeah, we do it like as a Zoom, and then then they put the little intro and the outro, and that's how they're doing it so far. So
they don't like to go live. They can't.
I want to go live, but
yeah, exactly. You're like, hey, we go live. It's what we do.
Let's do it live. But
yeah, exactly. We could be like that warm-up act for the Doom Zoom. It's like, hey, come to Prep Talk Live. Actually, what we could do, this would be fantastic, is like they do on A&E with like The Walking Dead, where they have the after show that's like the Talking Dead. Yeah. And so everyone watches the episode and then they discuss it afterwards. So we could do like the Doom Zoom live, and then we would do like Prep Talk Live afterward, talking about the Doom Zoom, making everyone feel better.
Yeah, I like that. I used to do like on the Discord server, would have like a after live stream like party, kind of like how like on Real Housewives of Atlanta or something like that. They would have like where they have that one dude that's interviewing them after like the show and stuff. I think it'd be fun.
I think that'd be good. Also, dehydrated carnitas. That's fantastic. Modern day prepper.
That's a great idea.
Wins with that one.
Tony said, "Bring the chainsaw to the Doom Zoom." The chainsaw will be there at the Doom Zoom, and if it comes up in conversation, I'm busting it out. So
you need like a hook behind you that you can hang things on.
Yeah, well, that's why I was able to grab like the sky cap so quickly, because I have a hook for that. It's nearby. I have a gas mask there. I have some other bags, and then I have the chainsaw ready to go right here whenever you need to in a live stream.
Yeah, one of these days we need to do a tour of Tup's office to see what this whole setup is, because
there's a lot of preps.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel good about like I have like my multi-tool and random things. I don't have yard implements in my office right now, but anyway. All right.
But you do have Voltron. You have Voltron within arms.
I do. I have Voltron. There's a lot of happening here. There's all kinds of things. But all right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe, hit the like button. We appreciate you. We will see you next week, probably later on in the week. But we already have a topic, so we're like halfway ahead, and we'll see if that actually gets posted in advance. Enjoy and go over and be prepared for the Doom Zoom coming out, probably in the next
coming up in the next probably 48 hours. Yeah. 48 hours.
Exactly. Think about that, and then bring your questions of how to get cheered up to Prep Talk Live next week with the tacos. All right. See you later. Thanks. Bye.